It's the Cable League, MTGO Show.
Well, I guess we're taking a dumb ancestral recall, huh? Big old dumb old ancestral recall. I got excited about Emrakul. I always get excited about Emrakul. Love that card. And there's like Flage, Palace Jailer here. A lot of nice stuff. Ooh. I'm a big fan of Force of Will. I agree with the auto select. I like Force over Jace. Jace, I think, has like come back a bit recently. I've been winning a bit with Jace a bit. Card's still good. Spelljacker, more fucked up than it looks. It is a 5-drop, of course. I like the free interaction. I like that cheap interaction. Spelljacker is very powerful, though. The fact that they don't get their card back if they kill the Spelljacker is a big deal on that card. I think it's a lot more fucked up. And there's other 5-mana counters. So, like, your opponent could, like, be like, okay, do I play around Mystic Confluence, Spelljacker, or Hardcast Force of Will? Maybe they don't even have anything. It's very difficult to know when to play around Spelljacker. We just grabbing a Valk here. Valk it up. Odds on Emrakul wheeling. Yeah, Plunder, Tidebinder, Wooded Foothills are all fine. I do really want to cut blue as best as possible, but I'm not sure Tidebinder is necessary. We could take Foothills with this Valk here. Who knows if we're even going to end up blue-red, but, I mean, it looks like red is kind of open. Open enough, right? A couple of red cards here. There's a Seachrome there as well. Maybe I'm just supposed to take blue cards now. A fetch with a duel is so nice, though. It's so nice. It's so pleasant. And no blue cards here. Think about Clamp. Think about Firebolt. Let's take Clamp. Saheeli would be dope. The 2-minute 2-1 spits out 1-1s would be dope. There's a couple of ways you could take advantage of Clamp. And maybe it just, like, noms whatever shitty red creatures we throw in the deck, right? Assuming we're even red. The Tundra and a Water Grave here. I feel like white might be open. I'm going to take this Tundra. Maybe we'll even end up Jeskai, huh? Splash a 4th or an Athari or something. Really love those original duels. Thassa's Oracle is technically a blue card, but nothing we need to grab here. I'm going to take the Click. Not forgetting that I'm trying to cut blue, right? And Click, you can at least like feed to the Clamp. Oh shit, what up? Hey Jazz1, thanks for the 10 months. Yeah, with them prime thingies. Oh, I'm going to a show tomorrow. Maybe I should be. Hey, the Shorkai wield. I love a Flage too. Shorkai like ups my blue count for Force Will though. Really excellent cards. Cards. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with first picking a Flage. This is like going so late. Absolutely unreal wheel there. You like the OG Duels weird text box? Me too. That took a long time to grow on me. I like the rest of the OG Duels border better, but the text box it's pretty choice. Something kind of unique. Yeah, I'm seeing Truck Fighters tomorrow. Who's opening? Well, the Spelljacker came back. I'm into that. Jacking some spells, why not? You throw that on the board. Seachrome comes back to me. Yes, yes. Let's see. They're touring with High Priest, Wizzo, and Choke Setter. I'm not familiar with those bands. I should check them out. I've seen Truck Fighters live before. I was at a random metal fest in Germany. Hello, Fractured Identity. They put on a really good show. Some early game removal would be nice. I want the Hallowed Fountain, but we already have Seachrome Coast, Tundra. Sealy's good with Clamp. I think we need the winds more. I think we need that removal more. You're hoping for a Mana Vault? Oh, okay. I don't know if a Mana Vault would be especially good in this deck. Hey, Sop Treskies. A little Narset action, maybe, huh? I like this dragon. Let's keep cutting blue. Doing our best to cut the blue. Soft little trumpet solo at the end there. What a good track. Malcolm we could feed to the clamp engine. I think I'm just gonna take Lorien here. That's some quality tutoring, hum. And pitches to force. I want to check out a couple of these other bands I'm gonna see for the first time tomorrow. Oh, it looks like I've heard this track before. Soul Ring would be better, but you're trying to be reasonable. Sure. Like, I would rather have a counterspell than a Mana Vault in this deck. This is not doing very much for us, right? It's like you use it once and then it stays tapped and it deals you like 10 damage over the course of the game before you can finally untap it in your dirtily control deck. Maybe a turn 2 Spelljacker would be sweet. Oh, this band's kind of rocking. Got those super fuzzed guitars. Makes sense that they'd be playing with Truck Fighter. Oh, speak of the devil. Hey, counterspell. Did all that work cutting blue in pack 1. Now we're getting rewarded a little bit. Beautiful counterspell deck. Not the best Treant Mage I've ever seen. Maybe Virtue plays. I like how Currency Converter turns off my opponent's discard in a way. Makes it bad. I'm going to take the Virtue. Yeah, let's staff it up. We have some token production, right? We got the Shorkai, we got the Virtue Loyalty. What makes a deck a beautiful counterspell deck? You got like some quality mana, so you're just going to be able to have counterspell on turn 2, and you're not playing like a super aggro deck that wants to tap out constantly. So that counterspell is going to give me something to do on turn 2. It's like part of my curve now. And then it's also going to be quite good in the late game as well. So it's excellent on turn 2, never goes bad. Just like beautiful here, right? If you're a tap out style deck, if you're trying to like ramp and stuff, then the counterspell gets a lot worse. You might still want it, but it does certainly get worse, right? I don't think we're going to play balance. I mean, currently we don't have a sweeper. We might have to play balance. You don't really want to, but I've heard some people say they like Beza. I haven't really seen it be good, though. Kind of an issue for me. Quick wizard check. Oh, we got one. We got one. Is Spelljacker a wizard? Spelljacker is a wizard. We got 2. That wouldn't be the craziest splash ever, huh? Flame of Anduin. I think I like it better than Larcenist. Otter Wizard, huh? Yeah, Sealy's good with the clamp, but we don't have to be a clamp deck. Not a necessary thing. I think we're a Flame of Anor deck now. Actually, I don't know if Dress Down or Lantern's a better sideboard card. I think I'm going to grab the Lantern. Dress Down's really good against Karnstrucks. I think we'll be okay against that style of deck already. Could even main deck Lantern. Yeah, really good chance we cut this clamp. I guess I'll throw Thopter Sword in here. Force Negation, Prismatic Ending, Third Path, Flooded Strand. Gorgeous pack for us, huh? Gorgeous pack. How are we doing playables-wise? Pretty well, pretty medium, pretty okay. We're definitely going to wheel out of this pack. I'm going to take that Strand. Get that rock-solid mana base, right? Let's start playing another band. I do like High Desert Queen, but I'm going to check out another band I haven't heard before. Oh my. I might take Mana Tithe just so I have another thing for the early game. I could take that Heath too, huh? Looking at Ponder, looking at Eagles, looking at True Name. True Name can brick a lot of creatures, especially in a deck that like doesn't really have sweepers. Ponder is an excellent card, though. Might help me put the Thopter Sword combo together. Is this card any good here? I think I might rather have an Abrade. A little light on removal. Ah, Sunfall. Here we go. Here we go. Reprieve. Perfect. Yeah, this band says 1977. I don't think this is the band that's opening for Truck Fighters. No More Lies, perfect. Sometimes that's hard. Sometimes it's hard to find the right band and such. Oh, here we go. Rock, stoner, doom, sludge groove, psychedelic. That's a bit more the genre I was expecting. Okay, we can grab an Archangel here. Yeah, let's do that. Get a little Planeswalker action. This is a bit more like it. Yeah, it's got Clamp. Maybe Lantern belongs. What was the last band? The last band was also called Wizzo, friend. Wizzo with a W. Do I ever listen to Blind Guardian? I certainly do. I got them on my Power Metal playlist. Saw them earlier this summer. It's kind of fun. Yeah, surprisingly popular band name, Wizzo. Yeah, if I was starting a band, I would just make damn sure there wasn't a lot of overlap with other band names. That would be like the main thing that I would care about. Do I naturally lean towards control or aggro? No, I don't. I'm gonna think real hard about this red splash. Whether or not we need it. The Sunfall helps a lot. But this could just be the deck, right? And then we decide we need more removal, especially particularly red removal, right? Particularly these shatter effects, because these can blow up artifacts. We have a lot of nice fixing. Like the main deck splash is not crazy at all. We don't have a ton of removal. We have Council's Judgment, Winds of Abandon, and Sunfall. Oh, this Fractured Identity too, I guess. A little expensive though, huh? A little bit worried about being run over by aggro, but I don't know if splashing a couple removal spells does that. Fixes that particular problem. Perfect. Another perfect mana base. This game would be great with White Source, but its super does not have that. It's fine. Immutable with Athari, I like that too. It's kind of a sick guitar riff. You miss Consecrated Sphinx? I do as well. He might have had an album called Wizzo Bimp. It might have been mislabeled. But the splash page for it had this giant fucking Wizzo and then a very small Roy Wood. You miss the days where Google worked mostly right the first time? Yeah, right? I mean, this was just searching on YouTube. I'm used to stuff being labeled awkwardly on YouTube. Jarvis, you! Thanks for the raid, Jarvis. Welcome, folks. I'm just here getting murdered by some fast creatures out of Boros aggro. Hope you had a good stream. What was Jarvis playing? Was Jarvis playing Legacy? 2-3 with Ruby Storm. That sounds like modern. And then 2-1 with a Vintage Cube. Cool, cool. Yeah, I've had a darned of a day trying to make Vintage Cube work. Finished up a deck that I was 2-0 with last night. Went 2-1. And then I went 0-2 drop. And then I went 1-2. And now this is the next deck after that. I'm just going to Council's Judgment that Bombardiers, because that card is fucked up. It's a little too much damage in, and the True Name wouldn't even be able to block it this turn. You got destroyed by someone who had a 2 Mock Strain and Ancestral. Yeah, it sounds like a winning Vintage Cube deck, huh? These cards do not match up very well. So the instinct is to look at this board and be like, we need to board that balance in, but balance would not win here. I'd go down to 1 card in hand. I mean, it'd be better, I think I'm just gonna board these in. Then do I bring in a pain land against red? That sounds awful. Just gonna think here for a second. Narset's pretty bad. Vanillion Click's really bad. Would I be up for a stip after this? Probably Bimp. What are you thinking? We're only in the first match. Might want to check when when we're a little closer there. Like if this deck takes an hour to play out, I might not have time for a full step. Aven Interrupter to block? No. 3-mana 2/2 is not good for blocking. I'd rather bring in Thassa's Oracle. And I don't want to bring in Thassa's Oracle. Yeah. I guess I'll cut Narset or Click. I mean, Click can block at least. I'll just submit. Cool. Well, there's one more band I'm going to see that I've not heard before. And that's Choke Setter. I'm going to check them out. Know what I'm getting into. This track's called Motorboater. Oh, we got Cowbell? We got Cowbell? Almost sounds like they had a little bit of clutch influence there. I was going to Kitsa. I think I'm just going to pass. Hold up my No More Lies. Regret. I don't want to brick the shit out of that. Sure, that one's fine. None of my removals like damage based or anything. If we loot away this sword, we can't actually rebuy it with Thopter Foundry later. I think we have ways of making 1/1s though that naturally get the sword back, like Staff the Meek. We just don't have artifacts to sack to the Thopter Foundry is the issue there. So now we're at 20 life. We have Fractured Identity coming down next turn. One's over there just like not applying that much pressure. This game's going way better than last game. I think Archangel Elspeth is the primo candidate for discarding. Unless we draw planes, in which case it'd been the island. Hey, there we go. Oh, to get copies out of Kitsa and have the Elspeth pump the Kitsa. That's a cute idea. Probably not going to come up here, huh? Kind of want to fracture that headliner. They should sack this spirit so I don't gain 2. Yeah, you want to fizzle the ability. Live tracks. We're not doing that. Alright, what was I doing? A bit of this. Headliner should be serving. Holding a bank is way too conservative, and I don't actually want to block with it. Like, that's why I chose it to Fractured, right? Because the Wandering Emperor down ticks on the Headliner. I'd have 2 more life here. Sure. we don't want to loot away the Thopter Foundry. The Archangel can uptick, make a 1/1, and the 1/1 will get the sword back. Not bad. What do I do with the triple black? It's like fine, right? Eh. Your turn. Kind of digging this album. It's got like 50 views on it. Or, I'm sorry, 500 views on the old YouTubes. I've played Thopter Foundry without the combo, occasionally Armoric. Hello. Well, I should have bumped this fucking thing. Yeah, tomorrow, Bimp. They're opening up for truck fighters. Much better game than the first one, So I'm gonna bring the balance in. Got a 5-drop. Yeah, hadn't heard of truck fighters before. We have a couple other tracks on a few playlists. You might recognize them if you hear them. Archangel's good. Force of Will's good. Hand's a little slow. Hopefully I can draw another blue card for the Force. I wonder if it's crazy to force a Mox Diamond. Feels crazy. Yeah, that's fine. Absolutely not. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Maybe counterspell off the top would be good. Could be solid. Oh, what about a third planes? Third planes is perfect. You know, I hadn't thought of a third planes as a potential draw, but I think this might be even better. Might be even better. This fucking dinosaur killed me last in game 1. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, I don't know if there's a draw that saves my ass here. Certainly not that, Dang, bummer. I did say I was worried about aggro. I did say that, yeah. We don't have, like, our we just don't have that much removal, and it's, like, kind of clunky, right? We don't have, like, swords and oust and shit for the early game. And our sweeper costs 5 fucking mana, and we don't have acceleration for it. So the card quality in the deck is good, but aggro will be tough for sure. Why are they fighting trucks? How do you know they're not fighting with trucks? Like a sword fighter doesn't fight swords, right? Or am I wrong there? You do as a sword fighter? Well, I've been wrong before. Just discarding one less card. Send a 2/2 on an adventure. We did get the win in the end, cubed. Yeah, we won our final match against Mono Blue. And we got a Pyroglyph up to 89 power. So, more importantly, More importantly, we got an 89 power Pyroglyph, which is a successful grow a creature stip in my book. I think we managed. Yeah, right, Treskies? I like that it's been functional. That's been pretty nice. Yeah, that is where it belongs. Cover my ugly, stupid face with the cardboard live thing. Opponent's got one card in hand. I'm not gonna click them. I'll click them at end of turn if they don't play anything worth countering. The Wandering Emperor can't even eat this Sentinel. That's a bull honky. Triflin gifting a sub to Miolin. Congrats, Miolin. And thanks, Triflin. I think I'm fine jumping. Seven mana? What are you doing with 7 mana? That's too much mana. It's only turn 4. You can't do that. You can't tap a 2-drop for 7 mana. What was up with the 89 power Goyf? We were doing a grow a creature step. That was as large as we could get our Goyf. A lot of bill activations, Mumazawa's triggers, things of that ilk. This is the second time we have cheated the Sword of the Meek casting cost with an Archangel 1/1. Are there battles in Tribal and Cube? There's no battle in this one. There has been a battle in Vintage Cube before. In terms of Typal, there was we've had Bitter Blossom. I think Bitter Blossom's currently out. I don't know if there's any other ones. You would probably need a very specific powered cube for Kozilek's Command. Biggest power wave ever streamed live on Twitch. Yeah, right? It's gotta be up there. It's gotta be one of them. Starfire not in the cube, yeah. All His Dust is indeed tribal, yeah. All His Dust has never been into my knowledge. Looks like a good Sunfall to me. It looks like a real good Sunfall. We know their last card in hand is Hagak, which does nothing on this board. And when they eventually do play the Hagak, we can exile it with Wandering Emperor. Yeah, it's... I agree with them. It didn't really look winnable at that point. This is okay. We can like ponder turn 1. Look for stuff. Look for things. I think this is probably my best card in the matchup, right? We're just going to draw all these, right? I don't think the order matters much. Gax seems not that easy to cast in cube. Well, my opponent looted away or they didn't loot away. They binned a Survival of the Fittest. So that's like the ideal spot to play it, right? Because you can just like fill up your graveyard with shit. And then there's some creatures that do self-milling and stuff. It's supported. It's supported in this cube. It used to be more supported. Back when there was Altar of Dementia. Yeah, this band kind of rules. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're gonna smack me with a copter. We've seen it all before. Thinking about Narset next turn. What would you add, Jed, to him? I don't think we can really add many more Madness cards than what are in here. Like, it's not like playing the terrible ones like Arrogant Worm, something like makes the deck work. No, the band that we're listening to right now is Choke Setter. We were listening. I played a Truck Fighters track to remind folks what Truck Fighters was, but this is one of the bands that's gonna be opening for them. 6 copies of Faithless Living. Yeah, that probably does it. We'll get one Narset down tick, and who knows, maybe that finds me a Sword of the Meek. It does, cool. I think I'm going to loot away this Sword of the Meek, and then play Archangel Elspeth, and get the Sword of the Meek into play for free again. That's what I think we're going to do. Now what? I think we need to jump our Otter. I forgot to activate my Otter and been the sword. I can still do that if I really want to. Might not want to. If I lose my Archangel here. It kind of sounds like you're advocating for the opposite of what you first said, Jed, to him. But I certainly don't think it's uncuttable. I was surprised it was still in. Like, I was surprised they brought it back so soon. They suggested like a bunch of different like rotating archetypes, and then we came back to Gok like immediately. Was hoping for a bit more variety on that end. Interesting. Little Sunfall action. I'm not looting with the Otter here because my hand is actually perfect. So it'd just be a mill one here. I'm not gonna swap out any of these cards. Killedy wins. Oh, hello. How about this fucking hand? That makes this deck look good, huh? Look at this. How about a step? What step are you thinking, Bimp? Mardu, but it can be wet for power. Sure. We can jam Mardu. I'm on board, Bimp. I'm on board. Got some real nice counters here, right? Some real nice Drago. And then like a Vendilion Click and a Wandering Emperor. Then passing could be a flash critter here. We'll see. I guess the Mana Tithe might have that covered. If they flash into 2-drop, flash in dog or whatever. What avenue for donation gives me the biggest cut? Depends on the size of the donation. A $30 for the next like 10 hours. A $30 sign up for HelloFresh actually gets me more like more than the $30 you put in. It's a little ridiculous. So if you'd like a free few meals of HelloFresh, if you'd like a free box while you're donating, that's a pretty incredible way to do it. But then you have to remember to turn it off after a week, right? After the trial. I think I'm fine jamming this. Otherwise, it's pretty similar. PayPal donations are nice because you can put the stip in the thing, and it's easy for me to track. Oh, no worries, Real Monk Man. Hope you enjoy your factor. Hell yeah, Pockets. Glad you're enjoying HelloFresh. I haven't been plugging it as hard as I usually do when I do a HelloFresh subscription. Because they screwed up my box. And I've used them like 3 other times and had no issues whatsoever. But I felt weird going hard on the plugging. Very minor stuff, like I got the wrong instructions for one of the meals. Not a big deal overall. Hey, the Bimp thinks the $20 donation for Mardu Stiperuski can be wet for power. And I am. Wait, what? Is there a version of HelloFresh that hinders me? Oh, really, Colin? Yeah, I never had an issue with my produce. I had the sour cream packet explode once. I kind of want to click them on their draw step. I'm just going to run this out. Hell yeah, Pockets. Yeah, it's a fine workaround. I just any any kind of issue at all when you're doing your for convenience thing. I just want it to be easy. I need this Jackrabbit. I can't actually beat that right now. The rest of that's fine. Yeah, the issue with the Jackrabbit. Yeah, the Wandering Emperor can technically exile the Jackrabbit, but then it's attacking. It's already spitting out a bunch of 1/1s, and currently I can't deal with a bunch of 1/1s. Love this block. They have a Chain Lightning in hand. I was worried about them just like Chain Lightning the Vendilion Click and pumping Sleeper here. Love that trade for me. We really just need a Sword of the MEEK, huh? That's what I was thinking, Tacos. I was really worried about that Evolve Sleeper. Maybe they're just trying to get cards in the graveyard for Cruxa. Just playing Wandering Emperor makes sense. Yeah, I'm going to play Wandering Emperor and spit out a 2/2, and then untap, spit out a 2/2. Kind of hate this Council's Judgment, especially with them having Cruxa in their graveyard, but the Cruxa makes me discard the Council's Judgment. Well, there's the red source, and then they're going to chain lightning the Wandering Emperor here. Yeah. And the next turn they'll bring me at Cruxa, and Cruxa will be a fast clock even if I have some blockers. Unless I find Sword of the Meek. Narsa would only find Sword of the Meek pretty cleanly. That is an unfortunate rip. Yeah, maybe I should have sandbagged my land, huh? This would be a fantastic answer to a Cruxa. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. Opponent's gonna be real happy to see the Sunfall get bend. Oh, hey. Yeah, I don't get a Cruxa, but he'll at least deal with theirs, And they'll take 3 damage. The light total is getting to the part where I kind of wonder if I should have sacked this Thopter Foundry to itself a bit ago. It could be at like 4 right now. Fair enough. I guess that's a reason to sandbag a land or two, Thopter Foundry really wants a pile of lands in play. But maybe could have held one. I was shared a private chat where they were talking about the equity of like always sandbagging a land. And I was used as the example of a player who just like always fucking slams it. Hey, there we go. I'm gonna jam this pre-combat. Get that otter prowess, why not? Okay. It wasn't my chat, most of them. Hello. It was a Jarvis chat. I got tagged on Twitter. It was a what's the word? It was a good humored comment. And like I am a pretty good example of somebody that does that. I try to hold lands if I got looting effects and stuff in play, but I feel like there's always reasons to run lands out. You could draw a draw spell like Lorien Revealed and want to like play it and play the land that you draw off the Lorien to play another spell. It might help you double spell by chilling. Hey, Awesome Saucer, thanks for the 6 months there. Thanks for sharing that Prime. In Cube, your opponent might play the fucking draw spell, right? They might play your opponent could play like a Wheel of Fortune and you just like lose that land you were sandbagging. And now you have like fewer mana to make Thopters in the late game. Shit like that, right? It comes up all the time. And I feel like nobody gives a shit about your bluff sitting there with your like one land or whatever, and people can't play around it most of the time. It's like, what am I gonna do, not play my card? You gotta try and win the game. Life gain's good. This Virtue could be fucking sick. I think I like Lantern. I don't know what over though. Maybe Spelljacker. A little expensive. Oh, that robber better not get my fucking recall. Don't you fucking dare, robber. Alright, Island's fine. Not last turn I couldn't have Lysaring. True name. Yeah, maybe I should have chilled on the remand. Played No More Lies last turn. I am Maxwell, that's the plan. Sure. Well, I've got a little bit of regret for not clicking them on their draw. I forget the Blood Tithe could just like sack to kill the click, but maybe that's fine. It's still like trading. Probably bad reasoning. Show me what you got. Oh yeah, definitely. Not a bad rip there. The Thopter Foundry can give me a little bit of life. Just like sacking the incubator. Or I guess I can't sack the token, but I could sack the lantern, I guess. Let's see if the Narset can just find me a sword, I think I'd be into that. Perfect. Sunfall's been used this draft. Yeah, I mean, it's really good, right? Sword? Huh. If you bring your Fractured Identity there and they like top deck a 4th or something, you feel pretty silly. The Wandering Emperor is a perfectly fine answer, right? I thought about serving to see if I could like bait in the block, and then the Wandering Emperor just gets to give first strike. But then you lose the Narset to the Epicure serving, which is maybe fine, but... Ooh, here we go. Nice. We actually have a solid number of options here, right? I kind of dig sacking the Lantern to the Thopter Foundry just to get another counter on the staff. What can I do with that? I guess they get Lion Sash back, but only have 1 activation. That's sure. Oh, I could have lanterned them in response. They just like snap prop back the Mox. Oh, the Mox doesn't matter. Kind of nice. Just fishing for lane drops there. Well, Pondu's a really good one to pitch to forest. I think I'm going to hold on to that. I think I am going to nuke them with the lantern after all. Get that Lion Sash. Survey land for Sarah Paragon value. Yeah. Yeah. All right, we got ourselves a Mardu stip. The second stip of the day. The first one was to grow